afternoon, children. Today we are going to start with the next part of the language of chemistry chapter, that is chemical equation. Children, in the previous first topic of this chapter was symbol. We have studied what is symbol. Symbol is a short representation of any element. Similarly, chemical equation is also a short representation of chemical change taking place. Now this chemical change is represented in the form of equation. It shows the result of the chemical change in which the reactant and product are represented by the symbols and formulae. Now, here always you need to remember, for a chemical equation, in a chemical equation we have two parts. We have reactant and then we have products. Reactants are always written on the left hand side. Now there may be one reactant or more than one reactant, then we will separate them with the plus sign. Here products are always written on the right hand side. Products are always written on the right hand side. If there are two or more than two products formed, then again they are represented with the plus sign. Now this arrow sign is also very important, because this arrow indicates the direction of the reaction and it also indicates the yield, that means the result of the reaction. Now here you can see, here I have represented one simple example. NaOH reacts with HCl. Both of them are reactants. Now there are two reactants, so I have represented it with the plus sign in between them. Now what are reactants? These are the substances that take part in a chemical reaction. What does this arrow indicates? Arrow indicates to yield. Yield means what? The result. And it represents the direction. Now this is a single headed arrow. That means it represents the forward direction. Instead, there are some reaction where you will observe that there are double headed arrows this way. Now this is a reaction which is reversible, and it has two directions. One is forward direction and the next is backward direction, and it has a backward direction. So here when the above arrow represents forward direction and this below arrow represents backward direction. When you have only single headed arrow, that means it is completely forward direction. Now products, you can see here two or more than two products are formed, so hence differentiated with the plus sign. What is a product? The substance formed as a result of the chemical change taking place. Now children, like in maths, we write that 2 plus 2. Yes or no? So you don't go in writing in words, na? 2 addition 2, 2 addition 2. We don't write this way. We usually represent this way, 2 plus 2. Why we are representing it this way? 2 is a symbol. This plus sign is a symbol of addition. Okay, now it is very short representation. Short representation means short consumption of the time. Now let us see what are the examples of the chemical equation. We have many different types of equations. So I have represented 4 types here. The first type is, you may have one reactant and 2 or 3 products. So you can see here in the reaction, lead nitrate is only one reactant, but it decomposes in the presence of heat to give you 3 products. The next type of the reaction is, there are 2 reactant and 1 product. So you can see here 2 reactant are written on the left hand side. They combine to form only 1 product. Sometimes the reaction may be, there are 2 reactant and 2 products. So you can see here Mg and 2HCl, both of them are reactant, and right hand side you can see there are 2 products. The fourth type of a chemical reaction is, you have 2 reactant and 3 or more than 3 products. So you can see here K2Cr2O7 plus 14HCl. There are 2 reactants, but there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 products formed in the right hand side. So there are different types of the reaction. Now here, what are the information provided by the chemical equation and what are its limitation? First we will see what is the information provided. A chemical equation always provides us with the information about the chemical nature of the reactant and the product. Chemical nature means, simple example as I have taken here, NaOH and HCl. These two are reactant. Now, we know that NaOH is a base. NaOH is a base, whereas HCl is an acid. So I know the nature of the reactant. Now here, when they will react, what will be formed here is NaCl plus H2O. So I know that what is the product formed here is salt and this is water. So I can come to know the chemical nature of the reactant and the product. Secondly, it provides the direction of the reaction. I have already explained you what is the direction of the reaction. You may have a single-headed arrow in between a chemical equation, or sometimes the reaction is represented, like I am giving you the example of iron. When you pass it over steam, okay, then it will form Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Now this reaction, you can see here I have represented it with the double-headed arrow. Now single-headed arrow means what? Completely forward direction, and it is what? Irreversible also. You cannot change this. That means it cannot be converted into the original reactants again. But in this there are two directions, forward direction and the other one is backward. These reactants will get converted into products and the products can be again reversed back into the reactant. That means this reaction is a reversible type of a reaction. The third is the state of matter, that is the solid, liquid or gas. Suppose I am writing here carbon solid plus oxygen gas. It combines to form CO2 gas. Now here when I have written SGG, so here you will look at this carbon is what? It is a solid substance. You can see here S represented. Okay, oxygen is a gas, so hence it is represented by G. Now CO2 which is formed after this reaction is also a gas, so hence it is represented by G here. Now here let us take another example. Okay, NaOH plus HCl, it gives me NaCl plus H2O. Yes or no? So this is what? AQ, aqueous, 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 and this is L. L means liquid water is being produced. Now what do you mean by AQ? AQ means aqueous condition. AQ means aqueous condition. What do you mean by aqueous? The substance is dissolved in water. It is dissolved in water. So when you have any solute dissolved in water, then such type of solution is an aqueous solution. The last information provided is the nature of the element and the radical involved. So you know what, maybe the element is a bivalent, a trivalent element, maybe the radical is acidic radical or a basic radical. Now what is the limitation being given by this chemical equation? The limitations are, the first is the concentration of both reactant and product are never mentioned in a chemical equation. Now children, what do you mean by concentration of reactant and product? Like I am writing NaOH, let us take simple example of carbon plus oxygen gives me CO2 gas, and this is solid. Now here children, oxygen is a gas. That means we know that oxygen is used in some reactions because it is a supporter of combustion. It helps in burning process. So when you see this equation is an example of a combustion reaction, okay, in which carbon is reacting with oxygen to produce CO2 gas. So in this equation, can you tell me what is the amount of air being used up while burning any substance? Like suppose if I take a simple piece of paper and start burning the paper. So do you know what is the concentration of the oxygen being reacted, or how much is the oxygen being supportive for that reaction? Children, here you cannot guess this concentration until and unless it is provided to you. But these concentration will be provided only when there are some experimental condition, that means standard conditions being taken. Okay, then it does not tells us the speed of the reaction. Like for example, burning process. Okay, this burning process may take longer time, may take short time, so the speed of the reaction is never explained. Change in color occurring also is never explained until and unless it is mentioned. Suppose we are taking the example of CuCO3, copper carbonate. It gives me CO2 plus CuO. Okay, this is the equation. Now this compound is a solid, this is a gas, again this is a solid. But do you know what is the color? No, you cannot guess the color because I have not mentioned it. Now if I mention here green, copper carbonate is green and copper oxide is black in color. So now you can tell me by looking at this, there is a color change. That means green is green copper carbonate is green in color, now which is turning into what? Black copper oxide. But this information is never provided. This we are providing by looking at the reaction. Then completion of the reaction. Children, suppose I am writing an equation that is C plus O2 gives me CO2. I am writing it with the single headed arrow. Do you know whether this 100% of the reactant is being converted into 100% product? Again it is a question mark. Sorry. We cannot come to know that 100% of all the reactant is being used up and it is converted totally into products. Okay. Then the last is change in evolution of light or sound energy. Sometimes reaction may take place and there may be large amount of light energy being given out, or there may be some sound energy being carried out during the course of reaction. So such information is not provided when you look at a chemical equation. Suppose if you look at a chemical equation as I am giving here, like NaOH and HCl gives me NaCl plus H2O. I have mentioned here aqueous and liquid. But can you tell me whether all NaOH has been reacted with HCl to give me salt and water? Again that is a question mark. Is there any evolution or light energy or sound energy being produced here? By looking at this chemical equation, can you tell me? No. By looking at the chemical equation, we cannot guess whether the light energy or sound energy is being produced. Can you tell me any color change in the reaction? Only I have mentioned this much part. So I have not mentioned any color change. Until and unless you observe, you cannot see the color change. Can you tell me the speed of the reaction? What time has been taken to complete this reaction? No, we cannot tell the speed of the reaction. I hope that you all have understood this part. If you have any query, then you can please put up.